Welcome to Tales from the Outdoor Show. We'll ride the crest of the waves as we search for angling action. With a focus on key techniques, you'll learn the simplest methods for success. So come with us on our next adventure on Tales from the Outdoor Show with your hosts, Brad Deckard and Captain Kevin Favor.
So what we're going to do today, Brad, is we're going to fish the ditch for a little while. Obviously, the trout and the redfish are here, but then we're going to pop offshore and we're going to go, and there's a bunch of crab traps out there, and we're going to go and see if we can find some tripletail. So it should be fun.
You know, it's a really good problem to have when you can't even get the opening of the show filmed because you got so many fish just eating you alive, you can't even stay focused.
I was trying to do that just a minute ago. My rod tip's going, damn. There you go.
That'd be a redfish, Kevin.
That would be a redfish, unless it's another one of those big trout.
They love this broken shell bed bottom where there's just a ton of bait. See all this bait moving down the side over here?
Absolutely.
They're just ambushing all this bait as it's coming to them on this outgoing tide. Well, that bait is just thick right through there.
You know, and again, Brad, that bait is a month ahead of where it should be.
It absolutely is.
I know people are like, you know, they're like, why do you keep saying that? Because I'm amazed. I mean, we've never had a winter like this.
No, we all are, and the fact that it's here this early is exciting, I got to tell you. That is really exciting stuff. We are going to have a fun fishing spring, I'll tell you that.
Yep, we already are.
Yes, we are.
Awesome.
All right, buddy, let's not scare your brethren away here.
People are going to start wondering, they're like, aren't you the charter captain? Aren't you supposed to catch a lot of fish? Well, see, my job as a charter captain is to take people to the fish. That's what I do.
The key is you taught me everything you know. That's the problem, Kevin. There you are. There you are. Nice.
There are some fish laying down there.
And Kevin, you know what is really cool is those little pinfish that are down there all over those shell beds.
Yep.
Just pecking at your bait, trying to steal your bait. But as they do that, they attract these big fish to come over and check out what's going on. Let me trade you places. Folks,
that's a big drum,
you think they're not eating? Boy, did he pull that one down. So look at that. Look in there, make sure I still got the fingers attached. Yep, they are.
That's a good
pretty
fish.
black drum. Pretty black drum, nice.
Oh,
And that's,
my gosh.
folks, that's the beauty of fishing in here on these shell beds like this. You've got black drum, you've got redfish, you've got trout, bluefish. A lot of species are just feeding heavily in here on shrimp and a lot of the live mullet that are running the bank right now. Oh, it's fun fishing in March. I love this.
It's
This is awesome, brother. Folks, as we've shown you before, our secret ingredient is so simple. We use a lead-headed jig. They weight that lead down here toward the bottom of the hook, so when you're throwing that out, it makes that hook turn up. It keeps a lot more of the hook to the top, so you're not hooking the bottom, you're not hooking shells, makes it not weedless, but certainly to that effect, keeps it off the bottom. What we do is we run the hook right through the tail, to that second little section there, all the way through his belly, turn and just embed that hook right in the meat of that tail of the shrimp, and you end up with a really nice live presentation of the shrimp, looking something like this. We've got about 12 inches of 25-pound fluorocarbon tippet leader here, right onto a 10-pound test mono. Very simple rig, but boy, does it catch the fish.
Just like what Brad was talking about with that jig head, obviously it's weighted, it's 1/4 ounce. And the whole key to it is to get it on the bottom. And I see people make this mistake all the time. They'll get hung up on a shell or something, and they'll go, oh, I must have lost my bait, and they'll reel it in real quick. And that's not what you want to do. You want to keep that bait on the bottom. And when you get hung up, when you pull it off there, all of a sudden, if you think about it, down below the water, that shrimp just comes out from underneath the rock and lays back down on the bottom. And a lot of times, that's exactly when a fish sees it. So if you throw out there, you're on the bottom where you're supposed to be, and you get hung up and you pull it off, just let it sit right back down. And about 90% of the time, that's when you'll get your bite.
Folks, this is a jack, and this is a fish that during the summertime we expect to catch, virtually every day. We see them feeding quite a bit on the top water, but to see it in March, this is early March. St. Patty's Day.
That's the earliest I've ever seen a jack.
It's my first one of the year for sure, as you and I just said, first one of the year.
Even though it's a small one, I mean, it's like, why is he here already?
But the fact that they're in here, very tropical water fish, warm water fish. So that's exciting stuff. I mean, it's like summer is on, buddy. Here we go.
Yeah, most people would be like, why are they excited about that little thing? You know, because we know what's coming behind
That's right. There are some big boys that look just like this that we'll be catching later on this year.
Yep. Be free. You got another red?
Yeah, he's a little bit farther out away from the bank, Kevin.
Yeah, that's, if you kind of look at that current, look at it right there, there's a shell bed way out here.
Right.
I mean, you know, literally like 30 yards off that bank. And it's funny because, honestly, folks, we're not very far from the ramp. And Brad and I fish this spot a lot. But if you come by this spot and you see people throwing up against the bank, they don't catch any fish.
Yeah.
This spot's way out there off the bank.
It's a nice redfish.
Yeah, that is a good fish. There's a big black drummer in there too.
It's a good drum spot. Yeah, that's a nice fish.
Yep.
Do you feel that sun, Kevin? It's 9:30 in the morning. Do you feel how warm that sun is on our backs?
Short one. Dude, that looks like a big trout. I mean, I could be wrong.
He's pulling like a trout.
Yeah, but those yellowmouth. Well, if that's a trout, it's a good one. The water's just a little murky, but boy, that turn I just saw right there was very interesting. If it's a trout, it's a good one.
That's a red.
It's a big red. Nice.
Come on, sweet boy. There you go. There you go.
God, that's a good fish. You may need a net on that one, huh?
I can get it.
Okay. Comes Mr. Harvey.
Yeah, turkey. Folks, that is a beautiful redfish right there, my friends. And there is nothing better if you've got kids to get the kids out to catch opportunities like this when the reds are thick in here like this, one after another. Boy, is that fun fishing. And kids are so proud of a catch like that. Just had my kids out here a couple weeks ago. We had a blast catching fish just like this. Make sure you get yours out there on the water as well. Boy, did he hammer that.
I watched your rod tip. I saw it.
He absolutely crap out of that, dude.
I am going to throw it right in there on top of you because I have a feeling there's one chasing at yours. And
there's a little bit bigger fish than we were catching earlier.
Yep. You all right?
Yeah. He's just not quite ready to come to the boat. I thought he was. He's just putting on a show for us. Come on now. Look how pretty and bronzy he is.
Nice. It's my turn.
You know, a nice 24-inch redfish is one of those sizes that's just near and dear to my heart.
That's horse maneuver.
I got a trip hammer here, buddy.
Golly. It's got the front of the boat, that's what it is.
Kevin.
Yeah.
You want to reel this one in?
Yeah, can I reel that one in, Brad? Just so I know what it feels like. Problem is we had to burn a lot of gas to get here. Maybe
True story. We didn't get up on plane.
No, we did not from the ramp. That's another big fish too.
Isn't that pretty, Bill? That's a strong fish.
So what's your secret, Brad?
You gotta hold your tongue right.
Huh?
You gotta hold your tongue right.
Yeah, people are going like, hey, doesn't that charter captain, doesn't he ever catch anything? That's a big redfish. Oh.
Beautiful fish like that.
Ridiculous. This is getting old. We're moving. Wow, that's a good fish. You're a dog, man.
Look at him running to the shore.
I see him. I won't throw in there and try to foul hook him.
What are pals for?
That's exactly right. Here we go again. Brad's fish, my fish. See, I just catch the ones that you just reel in. That's fantastic. People are going to just think that's just a replay.
It's just another day with Tales from the Outdoor Show.
For Brad Decker. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's a desperate one out there.
There we go.
Finally. Awesome.
Need a net, Big Daddy?
Got him, brother.
Got it.
He's legal, but he's going back. Nothing any more fun than that. I mean, Brad wasn't exaggerating. We literally idled at a spot from the boat ramp and we haven't moved. I know Brad talked earlier about the rig that we use with the jig head, fluorocarbon leader, but what I wanted to show you is some of the tackle that we use. This is a Penn Battle 3000. Obviously you have 2000s, 3000s, 4000s, and the higher the number, the bigger the reel gets. And this 3000 is perfect for this light tackle inshore fishing that we do. And also, this is a Penn rod, 6'6", and this is just a real light action rod. You don't need something real stiff. You want to be able to feel those fish. And also, probably honestly, the best line that I found in the last year is Ultracast by Spiderwire. This is 6-pound diameter, 15-pound test. You can throw it an absolute mile. Some of the best braid I've ever found. So just something that we use when we're inshore fishing. Right now though, we had a freaking awesome time on the reds and the trout, Brad. And we're gonna pop offshore now. We're gonna go out to St. Augustine Inlet, and there's a bunch of crab pots out there, and we're gonna see if there's any trippletail out there. So don't go anywhere. See if we can find some trippletail. Like we talked about when we were fishing inshore, we were waiting on that sun to get up good and high. And what we're doing is, if you look all the way up and down this beach, there's a bunch of crab pots. And we're literally just going from crab pot to crab pot and looking for trippletails on these crab pots. Brad just caught one, little one, but we're looking for a 15, 20 pounder. So don't go anywhere, see if we find them. Get him, buddy, you got him. Nice!
There's two more underneath. I can see them right now. I'm looking at them.
Beautiful. How cool is that? We were checking those crab pots and came across this big sargassum weed patch. And man, it's got trippletails all over it.
And anytime you see sargassum weed like that, there's always fish under it of some type. This is a trippletail. Now look how I mean, very prehistoric, very camouflaged. And what these fish actually do, they actually live as a pelagic. They live out here in this open water, and they'll get under a small crab pot buoy, the sargassum weed like you see behind here, where we found quite a few of them, and they'll lay up underneath there, very camouflaged, like they're a leaf or like they're foliage of some type, waiting for the bait to swim by and then ambush. But very interesting fish. Trippletail obviously comes from the three tails that you see here on the back of the fish. But really good table fare, excellent eating fish, but very unique and a lot of fun. Very easy to find in the shadow areas of the tropical climate Atlantic saltwater.
If you look on this piece of wood right here, right on the other side of it, there's a trippletail laying right on it. See, we'll throw the shrimp up there.
He's sitting right underneath the piling. Visible as can be. That shrimp is right in front of his face. He just has to decide to eat it.
Back up just a hair, Brad.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't eat that live shrimp.
Come on, hit that. It's right in front of his face.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's perfect. That is right in front of him.
Wow, isn't it amazing? Some of them are so aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of them just don't want anything to do with it at all.
Folks, what we're looking at are two big manta rays up in front of the boat. Kevin's actually throwing to them because there will be cobia holding underneath them if they're there. And we're just spotting them off the bow of the boat.
There he is right there.
I gotta pull just past this. And there's a trippletail under that buoy.
A nice one too.
He's still there. Oh my gosh, that's a big trippletail.
Okay. All right, I gotta switch. Trippletail, cobia. Look at that ray. I threw on him pretty good. I don't think
Sight fishing, baby.
Huh? Sight fishing at its best. That ray ran right into that thing.
I swear he did.
Yeah, I know he did. I saw him bowl off of it.
He's still over there. I can see him. I'm looking at him. That ray, he's south of us 100 yards.
The ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sitting right. You see him sitting right under that rope.
Right between the buoys.
Yeah. Come over and get that, you rascal. There he is. There he is. He's looking. He's looking. Yeah, yeah. Now eat. Now eat, buddy. Come on now. You're not going to get a better feed than that. Come on, buddy. There he is. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice look up, Captain.
Yes,
Good
sir.
job. That's a way to stalk them.
That was crazy. There was actually a ray that ran into that buoy right there, and we pulled up there.
Chasing cobia.
Chasing the cobia. Brad's like, there's a trippletail right there. Look how pretty he is.
That is a beautiful fish. Look at that beautiful camo on
Yep.
it. Sight fishing in March.
Yeah. Nice.
How fun is that, huh?
How good is that?
And folks, he was absolutely determined that he was hidden behind those little buoys.
Yep. How cool is that?
That's very cool.
That's what we're after, and the cobia. Wow, what a day.
Folks, this is a really cool day. We're out here in March. Well, the water temperature has improved. We've seen 70, 71 degrees.
Absolutely.
And that's a real key for us offshore here in Northeast Florida. And exactly as you said it would happen, Kevin, as that water temperature comes up, the fish are there. We saw fish, we saw rays with cobia, we saw trippletail, and obviously inshore the fish were turned on as soon as we hit the water this morning.
It was amazing, and this is the very first day that we have fished offshore this year. Very first day.
That's right.
We had no idea if there was fish out here.
We just stuck our nose out to sea.
Yep. We kind of looked at the water temperature. We looked at the weather, and we had an awesome day inshore.
Right.
And then we're like, you know what? Let's go see. And man, we came out here, like you said, we caught trippletails. We saw cobia on rays. Doesn't get any better than that. March, dude.
March. This is awesome. Now, guys, when we say rays, we're talking about manta rays that are as wider than this boat, and sometimes can be 10, 12 feet wide. And this is phenomenal to see them in the water, and they hold fish underneath them, cobia typically. And how fun is that to chase them down? You see them from a distance. We talked about wearing a polarized glasses so we can cut the glare down, sight fish the rays. And then you're casting right to the side of the ray trying to get that cobia to swim out from underneath it and hit the bait. Yeah,
we probably threw on 6 or 7 rays, and none of them had any cobia on them, but next time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it was a phenomenal day. I'm so glad you were with us today, folks. Remember, get the kids out here and take them fishing, because this is a beautiful place we live, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week right here on Tales from the Outdoor Show.
See ya. Brad, right now we have a really cool contest going on, Tales Fishing Sweepstakes, and we're going to have an all expense paid trip for a couple of our viewers.
How cool is that?
Yeah, how cool is that?
Listen, go to our website, talesfromtheoutdoorshow.com, for all the details, but the real key is it's all expense paid. Flight, hotel, food, and a chance to fish with a couple bozos like us. You're gonna have a great time, I promise you. And we're gonna go catch some real fishtails out in the Northeast Florida saltwater.
Yeah, so folks, make sure you go to talesfromtheoutdoorshow.com to check it out.
We'll see you next week for more angling action on Tales from the Outdoor Show.